Okay, in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you how to model the same cube, but faster this time. Start off by selecting the same vertices, and on the side also, and then connecting them again. Once we have that, next step would be to get rid of, get rid of some unwanted vertices. Here, let's backspace those. Okay, we have valence 4 vertex here, but we have two poles here. We need to change these into valence 4 vertices also. To do that, just select these edges and these edges. Use up arrow to continue selection forward and backspace them. Okay, now we have three vertices that are valence 4 each. Now, in the last in the last video, I had you bevel this like so. Uh, That's that's not a really good practice because it creates a pole right here, a five-sided pole. We don't want that. For this video, I'm going to approach it a little bit differently by actually creating an edge loop around the feature areas. Okay. Now, if you look here at this vertex, you have four edges sticking out of it. One, two, three, four. If you were to extrude this, you'll create a fifth edge, which kills the valence 4 vertex. But if you look at this feature right here, you have three edges sticking out on the outside of this vertex. Once you extrude it, you'll create a fourth edge. This will maintain the edge loop. Let's do the same thing for these. Create an edge loop around them. And here also. Okay. And once we have this, select all the features. One's on the side also. Okay, now we can bevel it. Shift click to start a new bevel operation. Move back a little bit further. Okay. Next step is to add more segments to this area and this area. That would allow it to hold its shape better once we hit tab. Currently it doesn't do that. That's pretty simple. We just select these. Use up arrow to forward the selection. Up arrow again. Okay. And slice it. Set it to 50%. We can fix that in a minute. And let's set this to 3. Um, to tighten up this edge here, we need to move this edge loop up higher. And to tighten up this edge down here, we need to move this edge loop down further. You can do that by clicking on these. Drop the tool. We have to fix this problem here. Turn off symmetry for a minute. Turn on symmetry to Z again. Okay, that's better. We have two poles here. One at this vertex and another one here, both 5-sided. We can fix this easily by just beveling them. And that in turn create two additional poles here. We delete those also, and down here also. Backspace those. Okay. Now let's add more segments. Okay, that looks good. Let's continue adding segments here, here, and for these two also. Use up arrow. You could perform your loop slice right here, or you could keep on selecting and perform the loop slice at the end. I'm going to keep on selecting and perform the loop slice when I have all my selections. Okay. Oops. Backspace that. I mean, back down over that. Okay. Okay. I'll get up arrow here. Okay. Up arrow. Okay, we made our selections. We can now hit the loop slice tool right here, and everything is looking good on both sides. Okay, just drop the tool, hit escape, and tab it. Okay. Now that we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically 2 huge segments here and 2 huge segments here. It's subdividing a lot better, but we still need segments here. We don't have any currently. It's just one segment. We need to split this up into maybe 3 segments. We can do this by selecting these. And loop slice. Set this to 2. There we go. A lot better. Double click. Okay, fully edge loop still. Double clicking will allow us to see where edge loops terminate. And in this case, I missed one. So let's connect these again. The loop, our edge loops terminate right about here. Let's do the same thing here to these three areas down here. Okay. Let's select this here too. And loop slice with slice select turn on. Drop the key, drop the tool by pressing escape. Okay. There's in 203 there's currently a bug with the split polygon tool. You see I have a selection here, polygon selection. If I switch to vertex mode and try to connect these, it won't work. Go back to face mode again. If you either deselect it or fully select it like this, the split poly tool will work again. So in this case I'm going to deselect it and go back to vertex mode. Now if I cut, it should work. That doesn't work. Do the manual way. Okay, last one. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Now, since these are terminated in this area, we could run it across here. And for this one, we can run it across here. Select these. Select these. What we're going to do is use loop slice with slice selected on. Create a single slice. Like that. Delete these. And connect these. It's fully edge looped. Okay. Now, as you can see, the curvature here isn't too sharp. We can sharpen this up by adding a nice buffer area around here. Currently, we don't have any. We only have one edge loop running around. We need a minimum of one poly loop. You can do this by just selecting the edge loop and beveling it. This creates a single poly loop, but that's not enough of a crease. In this case, we need two. Set the round level to 1 to create 2 poly loops worth of there you go. This is much more sharper. Let's select all these and apply them all at once. And let's do the same here too. Let's apply the bevel tool. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay. looks good. Let's go to front view. As you can see, we have a little problem here. It starts to dip down this area. We can fix that pretty easily. Use go to mesh edit. Use a slice tool to create a straight line with a slice tool. Hold down Control key, then click in the 3D viewport to create a duplicate slice without dropping into it. Hold down Control key and middle click. You can move this left and right by while your middle click is down. Let's create a new one. Here. Okay, now if I hit tab, you notice less dip and looks a lot better. Next step would be we have a pole here. We have multiple poles here, but we can get rid of that pretty easily. Just select all the boundary edges like before. And bevel them. Round level can be set to 0 in this case. Okay, now everything is fully edge looped. One other thing I could do is see how it's running parallel here to this line here, but when you get to this area, it starts to dip in another direction. We can get this edge to be parallel to each other by adding another edge loop right here. We can do it this way. There, it's a lot more parallel to each other now.